Everybody, it is me, Andrew, and this is going to be a reveal of the Cosmos Tarot and Oracle deck by the Light Gray Art Lab. So this is a deck, it's independently published, so it's really, really cool, and I actually just got it. Shipping was actually really fast. It was about 3 days. It was 3 days. So yeah, so it's a really, really neat deck, and I've already looked at a lot of the cards because I didn't want to wait. So yeah, so the box is it's like a matte box. It's exactly like the Star Child Tarot, the Vintage Wisdom Oracle, and the what's another one? I don't know, like the Wild Unknown, like that kind of matte box. So it's a really nice, sturdy box. So kudos for that. Now, the cool thing about this deck is it's 100 cards. So there's 22 Oracle card decks, and there's, of course, 78 Tarot card decks. This is a collaborative deck. So kind of like the 78 Tarot, except honestly, I cannot read with the 78 Tarot. I cannot. I cannot do it. I kind of despise it, and I wish I hadn't got it. But, whatever. That's just my personal taste because I can't connect to that deck very well at all. This is the guidebook. This is the inside. Well, let me show you the inside of the box first. This is the inside of the box. So the tarot cards are the blue, the oracle cards are the pink, and there's tarot cards under the oracle cards because there's obviously more tarot than oracle cards. So it is. It has a little thing about using the Cosmos and Oracle, Cosmos Tarot and Oracle deck. It talks about the Oracle cards, and it goes into the meanings of the Oracle cards. So, like I said, each of these cards is by a different artist. And so, like, it's Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, Neptune, Pluto. And it covers, like, in case you haven't guessed, the cosmos. So constellations, planets, all that kind of stuff. Supernova, nebula, sun, galaxy, satellite, that kind of stuff. So you have the number of the cards. This is set at card number 17. The moon. Then it has symbols for the planets and stuff like that. It has keywords right here, and then it has like some mythology, and it has some pretty cool little blurbs about the cards. And there's also a reverse meaning because this deck is reversible. Even the oracle cards are reversible. So that is quite amazing. So we have the major arcana cards, and we have it was called the major arcana and the zodiac. And it has, so each of the cards in the major arcana also has a title that's not part of the actual, like the magician is Aries, and it still says the magician at the top, so don't freak out about that. But it's just a little bit different in the way it's set up, and it has the same format, and it follows the elements, and then it goes into the minor arcana, which is fire, air, water, and earth. That's cool. Then in the back on page 120, it has a section about reading with the cards. It has some spreads that look pretty neat. And then it has an oracle reading spread. So yeah, that's about it. So that is the guidebook, and it's itty bitty. It's really cute. So I'm going to show you the oracle cards. And then I'll show you the tarot cards. So the oracle cards, all these cards are gold gilded. Fancy. This is the back, so totally reversible. I love that. I love that so much. And there's 22 of these. I'm going to show you a couple of these that I really like, just to kind of give you a feel of what they look like. So this is card number 1, Mercury, and at the bottom it has business, sales, and promises, and it has the artist name in the corner. That's one thing about the 78 Tarot that I did not like. The author's name was huge on the card. Like, it took up half the card. Like, I don't want to see that. I want to see the card. I want the artist's name on there, but it needs to be small. So that way, if I want to know, I can reference at the bottom, but it doesn't detract from the card. So, and you can see that the gold in this deck is very, like, accented, and it's very, like, there, because you can see these gold lines right here. So it kind of stands out a little bit. So that's card number 1. That's Mercury, Venus, Beauty, Love, and Relationships. I love this one. You can see the gold gilding is really awesome here. Here's Earth, Home, Healing, and Protection. I don't know if I'll show you all of these because that would be a really long video. We have Mars, Jupiter. Saturn is pretty nice. I like Saturn. Transition, responsibility, and adjustment. Uranus, whatever. Passion, indulgence, and sexuality. And it has the symbol of the planet at the top too. So you see 7 in the symbol of the planet. So card number 8 is my favorite. One of my favorites, Neptune, is intuition, foresight, and awareness. You can see the gold. So this is actually a great deck. Pluto, supernova, nebula. The sun is actually gorgeous. And rebirth, illumination, and visualization. So obviously there's a sun in the major arcana as well. So there's ways to distinguish which one it is other than just the backing. So if you're using both of these cards in a reading, you'll be able to see that. And moon, pulsar, wormhole. Ooh, I like this. Wormhole being listening to music. How it can take you to a whole other place. Dark matter, which is unseen forces at work, and karma. We have black hole. And then we have quasar, exchange of energy consumption. So yeah, this deck is amazing, and I'm surprised at actually how cohesive this deck is. I'm really intrigued and excited about it. Now, I haven't shuffled these cards, but I've looked at, like I said, quite a few of them. So let's see. Let me get to the major arcana. And with this one, I'm just going to show you the major arcana, the aces, and the 9 of cups, like I normally do. So this is the major arcana. So, and these actually have constellations, you can see, with the gold. So that's really cool. So the Fool is the element of fire and Sagittarius, which is pretty cool. I'll put these over here. And so Aries is the Magician. And these have keywords on them too. So this is actually a really great deck. And the cardstock is really, really nice. It's very glossy. This is the High Priestess. And I'm feeling this. I like this. There's no High Priestess on it, but you still get that feeling of like vastness and like intuition and going within that inner place where a lot of storms may reside. Whoo! Oh, this deck is speaking to me. Virgo for the Empress. Curiosity, progress, perfection, beauty, and order. Leo. Oh, Leo, sorry. Leo was the Emperor. And the Hierophant. Oh. Hierophant is Taurus. Practical philosophies, practice, and systems ownership. The Lovers is Cancer. It's me. And I'm wearing pink today, too. That's cool. So, and this is family matters, affection, loved ones, connection. The Chariot is Libra. Aquarius. You can actually view all these cards too on the Light Gray Art Labs website. You can actually go and look at all of the cards and all that good stuff. Strength. Huh. That's interesting. I'm interested to read because in each of the book, like each of the sections in the book, explain the picture behind it. Oh, death. Tool of creation, refinement, configuration. Huh, that is amazing, actually. Temperance. The devil. Burden, baggage, self-oppression, Andromeda. Yeah. Ooh, I like this card. So apparently there is some artistic nudity, but whatever. The Tower. A twist of fate at the mercy of a greater power. The Sun, Scorpius. Intensity, passion, fearless initiative. The Moon, Pisces. Subconscious indecision, critique, sensitivity. Gemini. The Star. Oh, the Star is Gemini. Stimulation, interaction, and communication. Judgment, Capricornus or Capricorn. Setting priorities, efficiency, practicality. Matt is a Capricorn, so this is totally him. Setting priorities, efficiency, and practicality. 2AT. 2AT. I think you can probably hear me say that too. But it's a good thing. That is him to a T. Oh, and the world is the Phoenix. And it's transformation, reinvention, and legacy. So that is amazing. And here's the backs of these. Sorry, I'm such a moron. You can see the back. There we go. So I'm going to show you. And aces are ones. So they don't have ace. It's one. This is the Ace of Earth. Lacerta and Musca, I guess. Musca. Necessity for transition and renewal. I can see that. I'm just skimming these cards. Ooh, these are good. I gotta show you this one. Nine of Earth, Peacock, Pavo, Vigilance, Watchfulness, and Guidance. So I like how they've I like how they've kind of gone a little out of the way a little bit with these meanings. One of fire, and it has the elemental symbol at the top. Sculptor, creative vision, artistic creation, and the creator. So you can see the constellation in gold. So this deck is actually amazing. So I am going to be using this quite a bit. If I can find space for it on my table. Because whatever. This is the one of water. Hydrus makes sense. In one's element, ease of action. I can see that. So as far as I can tell, they're not like traditional Rider-Waite meanings, but they did kind of draw on that. So here's a 9 of water, and I can see it. Lyra, play, healing, power of the arts. I think knowing the actual tarot card meanings is going to be a bonus here because you can kind of incorporate those into the meaning of these cards. If you're starting out, I would not recommend this deck unless you really, really, really want to kind of go out there. But so this is the Ace of Air or the Ace of Swords, detection, detail, and security, microscopium. I think that's it. This is pretty. This is the Page of Air. So it is still Page, not King and Queen, by the way. So Piscus, Austrinus, and Volans, aid, protection, or retreat, and cowardice. I don't know. I'll have to play with that a little bit and read. But so yeah, that is the Cosmos Tarot and Oracle reveal. So all in all, I'm in love with this deck. I think it's absolutely amazing. Sorry, that's the oven. I'm absolutely in love with it. I really like what they did with it. I like what they I like how they did it. I really do like it. So, once again, if you're beginning, I would not venture into this unless you really, 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 really want to. But if you're kind of adept at tarot and you want to look at some different stuff, I highly recommend it. Cosmos Tarot and Oracle by Light Gray Art Lab. So, a few little housekeeping things or a few little, announcements. I am actually going to be doing I'm going to be taking some photos today for my new website, and for my new mailing list headers, and for my new Facebook headers, and I'm actually going to tease a little bit of what you can be expecting with my rebrand coming up. So I'm super excited about that, and it's going to be super fun and amazing. So I'll give you some sneak peeks throughout the day of what I'm doing. But so if you would like a reading with me, November, each reading is 25% off with the exception of the Skype and phone readings. Those are 40% off. The code for the 25% off is November. November. When you check out, it's November. And that gives you 25% off any reading. For the Skype readings, it is my name, Andrew, for the 40% off. So, and the 40% only applies to Skype readings and phone readings. So that's that. I have just launched the yearly reading. I know I did it last year, but I kind of revamped it. So you will be getting a video reading of 2016, what it's going to look like. You'll get one card for each month as well as an oracle card draw. So, and from whatever deck that I have near me that I'm reading with at the time. That will be done with either traditional tarot or the Doreen Virtue tarot decks. You just tell me which one you prefer, and that's the one I'll use. So yeah, that's some new stuff coming up, and the yearly reading is 25% off as well. So anything that you want this month is there, and it's ready for you at your fingertips. So it's a truly great resource for being at the end of the year, for kind of being able to plan your year and to know what you're going to need and how it's going to happen. So I love you guys so much, and you can visit my website at tarotangel444.com. It's still going to be up and running while I'm doing everything that I'm doing, so everything is still going to work. So you're good there. But I will be seeing you guys in my next video, which is actually going to be the weekly reading for this coming up week. So I love you guys. Thank you so much for all your love and support. Angel blessings. Bye.